What's up guys? Welcome back to the Enduro Mike YouTube channel. It's Michael Dempster here and I am speaking to you live and direct. Well, it won't be live because you're watching it on YouTube, so it's going to be recorded and direct from my training zone. So some people called it a pain cave. I know that Dan, or Triathlon Dan to give him his full name, calls it his wattage cottage. I have two names for this place. So if it's a good day, it is the Palace of Power. If it's a bad day, it is the Shed of Dread. So I just wanted to show you what my Shed of Dread looks like. Now, I may have mentioned in my first video that I teach people to be personal trainers. One of the other things that I do is I actually coach and personal train people myself. So this place is kind of set up as a personal training studio, as well as being my own training lair. So what have we got? Well, let's start off with the triathlon stuff, I suppose. We have folding treadmill, absolute weapon of a thing. If you saw my other video that came on a few days ago, or a few days previous to this one, you'll have heard me talking about fixing this thing. It's alright, it's not too bad. I could probably do with another one because it's not the fastest treadmill in the world, but it does the job. And then we've got my personal favourite, the Watt Bike of Destiny, there in the corner, and the obligatory race numbers up on the wall there. There's some proper old but gold. So we've got Ironman Lanzarote from 2007. That's where I got engaged to my wonderful wife. A couple of other random ones. Outlaw X, absolute winner of a race. The hardest race that I've ever done. If you ever see anybody that's got a 2019 Ironman Nice Finishers t-shirt, they went through hell to get that thing, so give them a bit of congratulations. What else have we got here? Squat stands and a bench for a bit of weight stuff. A couple of Olympic bars. You can tell that my missus has been here because there's another Olympic bar just there. It's a bit of a mess because I haven't really been training clients recently because of the virus thing. Have you guys heard of this virus? Apparently there's some virus going around. Anyway, dual cable column, always good for a bit of core stuff and a bit of a challenge that way. We got some adjustable dumbbells. These things are awesome. They go from 5 kilos to 35 kilos. A couple of kettlebells down there. What else have we got? Med balls. Decent sound system. And then in here just some boxing bags. Some power bags, and then I don't know if any of you have ever seen one of these things before, but this is a Hyperice vibrating foam roller. This thing is it's pretty awesome. It's the noisiest piece of equipment that I've ever come across, but it is awesome in terms of foam rolling and SMR. Let me just fire it up so you can get a feel for it. Yeah, a noisy little fella, and doing his thing, but yeah, pretty good. So works on the same basis as those percussive massage guns. Stop, damn it. So that is that. So what I'm going to do, training wise today, I've got a little bit of a weights session, which I'm not going to bore you guys with. I might do some talking about how resistance training helps with triathlon in a future video. But what I will do, I've got a over and under session to do on the Watt Bike of Destiny in a little, probably about an hour from now, so I'll record some of that and I will upload that as well. So what you're going to do now is you're probably going to spin around, and then all of a sudden I'm going to reappear on your screen on a Watt Bike wearing some spandex. See you there. So as if by magic we are back. As you can see, slight change in attire. For those of you who are eagle-eyed will see that this is a 2006 Xterra triathlon t-shirt. For those of you that know these things, that was the first year that Xterra was ever done in the UK. Xterra being open water swim, mountain bike race, and then a cross-country run, fell run. Weekend was in Wales. The weather was absolutely horrific, so the swim got cancelled, which I was quite happy about. But yeah, the mountain bike course was awesome, 2 laps I think, and the run course it ended up being a duathlon, so it was run, bike, run. It was alright. Anyway, I think Fraser Cartmel won that race. I'm sure somebody in the comments below can confirm or deny, whatever. So what are we doing now? Workout done. I'm sure you enjoyed that gratuitous workout video. We are doing today, hang on, I don't even know. Over and unders, that's what it is. So over, above and below threshold, 1 hour, 5 minutes. We've got 10-minute warm up, then 5 times 10 seconds at about 320 watts with 50 seconds recovery. Then we've got 4 times through of 5 minutes at about 280 watts, followed by 3 minutes at 350 watts, followed by 3 minutes at recovery, whatever that is. So that's going to be fun. I'll check in a couple of times on rest periods. But yeah, today was meant to be a rest day, but me being the idiot that I am, decided that last Friday was a good idea to drink like 8 pints. Really not proud of myself. So I skipped Saturday and pushed everything back by a day, so this should have been yesterday's workout, but it's in today. Anyway, we're going to do a little bit of a warm-up and then get into the first block and get going. A little bit of retro shorts here as well. Those of you who are in the know on cycling will know who Glendine Cycling Club is. Bit of trivia, first cycling club of mine in the UK. Well, I say in the UK, in England. Famous members including Alex Dowsett for a little while, the Kenyuks for a little while, they were in there. Johnny Bellis, if you've ever heard of him. I'm sure you have done. So, we had a pretty epic junior team. I wasn't in the junior team. I was one of the tag-along seniors who rode for them for a little while. With a fella called Mark Harris, who I'm going to tag in this, see if he watches it. But we've been planning to go for a ride for like 3 years and still haven't managed to do it. So Mark, we need to do that. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you with what's left, 6.5 minutes of warm-up. So things are going to get a little bit speedy for a little while. And then I shall check in, you reckon, probably after the first block. Yeah. So let's see how we get on. After my first set, but I made the mistake of stopping pedaling at 1 second to go on my last working interval, and my watt bike, as it loves to do, decided it was going to jack up the resistance and leave it there for a minute of my rest period, so kind of screwed me. Anyway, it's not that much fun doing this, to be fair. Like, if we were close to racing season, I would not be doing this after doing a weight session at all. But at this stage of the year, it's more important to be fresh for lifting and doing that sort of base construction work on
on building a strong body than it is to have fresh legs to beast yourself on a watt bike. So that's what happened, because I knew if I did this first, weight session wasn't going to happen. Just like Triathlon Dan said in his video the other day, motivation, but a lot of that comes from prioritization as well, so knowing what's important. And at the moment, lifting is more important than watt biking. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave you again. I'm going to do my final 2 sets, and what I'll do is I'll knock the camera back on for the final 30 seconds of my working effort in the next one, or not the next one, the final one, so you can see what sort of shape I'm in. As you can see, I am somewhat of a sweater. Alright, final 30, let's go. Oh man, this sucks. So little tip, the last hardest interval is where your body learns the most. So make sure you try and keep good form. Come on. 5, 3, woo! Alright. Man, I am glad that is over. Tough, but fun. Not bad for a Friday night. So, one of the things that I like to try and do is learn something in every session. So what have I learned today? Well, number one, if you're going to train on a Friday night, 1990s dance mix, way forward to the future, especially if, like me, you were born in the 80s, early 80s. Secondly, going above threshold after you've done a weight session sucks, but it's doable. That's about it, I think. So, we'll call it a day for now. Tomorrow, we have a 2.5-hour session on here. I'm going to talk to you about why I'm potentially not going to ride a bike all winter, possibly. So, come back and check that out tomorrow. And I've got a, I don't know, probably a 60-minute run tomorrow, I think. But we'll see what happens tonight. Might be a 40-minute one. Anyway, guys, if you like this and you got this far, I sincerely thank you and applaud you, because I probably wouldn't watch all of this. But subscribe down there somewhere. Click the little bell button so you get notifications every time I post another load of Indian ramblings. Thank you for joining me. This is Michael, signing out for a very dark Friday night.